Next, we're going to talk about getting a business phone number in here. So, there's a lot of benefits to having a dedicated business phone number. It helps keep work and your personal phone separate, but also it's really important here because with your business phone number, this is how we're going to be able to track all the text messages and phone calls that are coming to your business. And it's going to be linked with a lot of the automations like the missed call text back and any type of outreach that you want to do via text messaging within the platform. So it's really affordable to get a phone number. It's super cheap. It's really easy too. So I would recommend anyone who doesn't already have a business phone number to do it here through the system. So what we're going to do is go in, again within the settings, go to phone number, click on that, and this is where you're going to be able to see all your phone numbers that you have purchased through the CarePath system. What we want to do is go to the top right and click add number. And here we're going to be able to start. These are essentially all the phone numbers that are available for sale. As you can see, it's really cheap. It's only like $1.15 a month, depending on the type of phone number you want to get. You can get two types of phone numbers. You can either get a local or a toll free. So toll free is obviously going to be a toll free, and all these are going to start with the 888, 844, 833, 866. They're essentially going to start with an 8 to indicate that they are a toll free number. And you can select any of these. These are only $1 more expensive, so $2.15 a month. Again, very affordable, and you can call and send text messages and images through that. If you do want to get a local number, click on local and apply, and you're going to see a lot of locals. You'll see that some of them are just from kind of random towns. If you're looking to have one that matches your area code, you can get like just type in the first three digits of your area code here, and it's going to start showing you all the numbers that are available for purchase that have that area code. It might take some time to find the right one. So if I'm just typing, I think let me do 979. It's one here in Texas. Oh, there you go. There are already some popping up. So 979, that's the area code I want. So these have 979 here, 979 there. If you can't find it, just keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. And if you scroll to the bottom and you don't find it, just refresh and do it all over again. And keep scrolling and looking for the right area code and refresh until you find the one you're looking for. Again, I use the 979. That's where you want to type in the first three numbers. And then let me just go with a random one. But then you click proceed to buy. And there you go. You've purchased a phone number. If you want to change the name, the settings of the phone number, then you can click there. I'm going to show you another way to get to that. So go through the settings, edit configuration, name your number. So home care business line. And now we're going to talk about some of the settings here. So pass caller called number as caller ID. By default, the system is going to show the number of the person who is calling your number. However, if you prefer the caller ID to show the number that the caller dialed, so your business number, so that anytime you see it ringing and you see your business number, you know it's a call from your business, then you can check this box. If you don't mind and you want to see the caller ID of the caller, just leave it unchecked. Forward calls to. So this is a if you want to be able to forward calls from your business number to your personal cell phone, this is where you would put in your personal cell phone number. So this is really convenient. I prefer to do this with my own business, and I know most agencies we work with do this as well if they have a care coordinator or an administrator. But they forward any of the calls from the business line to their either their personal phone or whoever's managing the calls. Enable connect feature. This is something that is always going to be helpful. So essentially, when someone calls your business number, if you have it forwarding to your own phone number, you're going to get a call and it's going to say, we'll enter a whisper message here. If you don't have this, it's going to say home care or a care path call, press 1 to connect. And then that way, when you pick up the phone, you'll know it's someone who's calling your business number. You press 1, and then it'll automatically connect the call for you. If you want to have a whisper message, you can enter it here. So what this is doing is when you pick up the phone after when someone's calling your business number, this message is going to be read out to you so you know it's a business call, and then it'll say press 1 to connect. So I write in home care call. I get a call on my business line. It rings my personal phone. I pick it up. It says home care call, press 1 to connect. And then I click that and I click 1, and then it'll automatically connect that. If you don't want that and you just want to pick up your phone and answer like a normal phone call, just disable the call connect feature. But it's a helpful one if you're using your personal phone as a business phone too. Call recordings usually have this turned off, but you can record your business phone calls. If you're doing outbound calls, you can set a timeout. So this is in seconds. If you want your phone to stop ringing when you're calling someone after 20 seconds, same thing for inbound calls. And then this is really neat. So you can have multiple phone numbers. Say you're running a specific campaign that's directing all your calls to a certain individual within your business, and you want only that individual's phone to ring when calls come from that campaign. You can do this as well. So where we added the users, those users that are added are going to pop up here. So say you have someone involved or someone dedicated to managing referral partner relationships, then you can have a referral partner number and have all the calls coming from that referral partner number just to that individual who's dedicated to managing those relationships. So you would select them here, and that way, anytime that number rings, it will only go to that person. And then that also, if you don't have a number here to forward the calls to, it's going to go to their phone number, which was put in when their user account was created. So that's how you manage the phone numbers. I will say if you plan to use the phone number heavily and you want to actually send out text messages, which I highly recommend, this is a feature that we use a lot to be able to get reviews from clients, and that you would really benefit from to get reviews for your business. Then you need to do what's called A2P 10 DLC registration. It's a Essentially what this is doing is we're letting the phone carriers know that we're going to be sending text messages from a system, not a phone number, and it's going to be required for us to be able to send messages from the platform. You can send some without doing it, but it's likely to get flagged. It's a really easy process to get the registration complete. I do recommend that you follow through with that process. Just click Start Now and walk through the registration. So A2P Wizard, you can start the registration now, and within CarePath, it'll actually walk you through all the steps to be able to submit the registration. And then it could take a couple of weeks for the phone number to be approved. But once it is, you can now send text messages from the platform. And it's extremely convenient since when we're reaching out to get reviews from people, I think the statistics are only like 30% of emails actually get opened, but 90% of text messages get read. I would argue maybe even more. Who doesn't read their text messages? We're always on our phone. So when we send out review requests, we have an email and a phone number message that we send out to get more reviews from clients that we worked with. So I would highly recommend going through this. You just need to provide your business details. Is the business in US or Canada? Yes. No, the business I'm measuring does not have a tax ID, or you do have a tax ID. And then, put your legal business name. This does have to match what is on your formation documents. So you have to make sure that it matches whatever is assigned, the name that was assigned to, with your EIN. Business type, whether you're LLC or partnership, you need to put your EIN, your US EIN, if you've selected that you do have one, put that in there. Your business industry. You don't have. It's not too necessarily important on what you select here, but you want it to match as closely as possible. So, um, we could do healthcare. There we go. Website, and then your business email. We're in the US. And then hit continue, and it'll walk you through the brand details. So it'll ask you some things about your brand, and then campaign details as well. So within the campaign details, it will ask you what kind of messages you're sending out to people, and it'll have examples of messages that you can copy and paste into those boxes where it's asking you what kind of message you're sending out to. I recommend just using the examples that they give you, since those are the ones most likely to be approved. But it only takes like 5 minutes to fill this out, and I highly recommend it because it's going to allow you to send text messages directly from the CarePath system, which is going to be very important for future capabilities.